Howdy, 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 my name is Anachi Sasuke, and welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. Now, first off, I want to apologize, because I was fully intending on this episode going up on Friday rather than today. However, my Friday was a little bit busier than I expected it to be, and I never actually got a chance to record that. So I'm doing it now. And when I went to go start recording, I found out that, for whatever reason, my computer decided it no longer had my place saved. So I had to find out where I was. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to reread this page, and the last thing that happened was Gamzee puked up a bunch of blood and also some keys to computer monitors that Caliborn was using. I also might not get the Caliborn voice close to what it used to be because I haven't done this in about a month or so. And finally, in the process of trying to find out where I left off at, turns out I went on a hiatus from Let's Read Homestuck right before the next act started. If I could have foreseen that, I would have put the hiatus at the start of the next act, but I can all see the future. So, keys? What? He puked up some keys. That's weird. What kind of keys? Just some regular looking keys with some kind of clowny keyring. Do you think they might work on this tower? Why the fuck are you asking me? How could this be something you don't know? Don't be that way. I'm just thinking out loud here. So you had no idea that this wretched fool swallowed some keys, intending to later regurgitate them right in front of me. Probably as another present. He's kind of like a loyal pet, isn't he? Dragging ridiculous stuff into the house as gifts for his master, barfing up disgusting things on the carpet and beaming with pride over his generous offering. Isn't that what you want from a devoted minion/mentor? Did you? Or did you not? No, he had these keys. Nope, I'm just as surprised as you are. I don't believe you. Hey, I told you, I have no idea what that clown gets up to in his spare time. I'm not even really sure how he got here, to be honest. Maybe he's stowed away in a shitty Liberty. Or maybe he was just hiding in one of the vent shafts on your meteor when you entered. He had years of practice to master that move, now that I think about it. Shut up! Shut up! How can everything you say be so useless? Why don't you quit bitching at me and try out those keys? How do I know which key goes in which hole? You don't. What? There are no labels or numbers or anything? Nope. You just have to try them on every keyhole till one fits. That's so terrible. I literally cannot even think of a single thing more terrible than that. Welcome to your quest. Okay, I guess I found one that fits. It's Jake. Ah yes, it's this bumbling twit. Where is he? He's in his game session exploring his land. His land looks cooler than mine. It is cooler. That fucker! I'm so gonna mess with him now that I can see him. Hey! Why can't I see him now? Their game was blacked out last I looked. You were looking through a standard chat client viewport. This tower signal bypasses the field of void permeating the session. As long as you find the right tower, the right monitor, and have the right key, you should be able to see anything in existence from this planet. Interesting. Try another key. This Dirk looks like. It's the Dirk human! He's somewhat tolerable, I mean as a strong and competent male. What, so you're down with the Dirk? No! All I'm saying is that the death I wish on him doesn't have to be especially painful. It could be like going to sleep with maybe only a short scream. I think you want to be bros with him. Shut your mouth, I will try another key. It's Roxy! And Jane! Oh no! And here it would seem that we have an exemplary pair of saucy bitches. Do you think... What? No, never mind. It was a frivolous question. Think what? I was just wondering, do you think it's likely, if I peek at them for a while, they will begin to maybe, what, stroke each other's hair? Okay, I'm leaving. Or maybe, what's the word I'm thinking of? You do it with another living torso that's near you. I mean, a torso you haven't killed yet. When one dares to allow the seductive serpent of debauchery to slither into one's sarcophagus. What the fuck? I think it's called snuggling? Bye. Wait! Where are you going? I think you've got a handle on this. You're warming up to the clown, or at least you stop shooting him every 30 seconds. So it seems like you're ready to accept him as your mentor and begin taking this quest seriously. I find him moderately less repellent, and he has proven himself useful, I guess. I will accept the resilient bard as my servant. Cool, my work here is done then. Try out some more keys, then go exploring and look for more. You'll get the hang of it. The narrator prompt has been locked. Yeah. Yeah. Oh hey, it's Jack. End of Act 6, Intermission 4. See, I was right there! And I didn't even know! I could have started my hiatus at the end of an act, and I didn't even know. I was 4 pages away from Act 6, Act 5. I am so sorry. Anyway, let's move on. I'll shut up for the Flash. Let's examine that incoming message from Dirk. Deeper sigh. Dude, where you at, man? Wait, which computer are you using? I'm not comfortable knowing my words could be hovering over Cage's sort of clownish gaunt face. Could you maybe switch back to Naked Blue Chicks as your exclusive desktop fodder? TIA. I'm not sure what TIA means. But, yeah, I don't know if you just want a little solitude, or maybe if you finally just got, like, a case of Strider fatigue. I can understand that. I mean, not to get all neurotic on you. I'm just saying I get it, if that's what's going on. But for real, if you gotta sneak away for a few days, that's cool. Just might be kind of dope if you would at least let me know which planet you scurried off to. And by dope, I guess I mean considerate? Really not trying to be a drag here, wondering what's up is all. Wanna meet up soon? I found a really promising tomb we could raid. Looks like it runs hella deep. If we got the specs right, could run as deep as the lion's mouth itself, but without all the fucking fire to deal with. Wait, I mean, lion's mouth. Gotta underline that key shit, always forget. Figure it'd take a couple days to make it to the bottom, only a day if we both go limp and just fall the whole way down the stairs. Ignoring literally every sage warning we've ever received about those treacherous plummetation zigzags. Just tumbling on down in a floppy-limbed trance like a couple of puppets in a race arranged by some drunk gamblers. If you're into another expedition, head to Lotac and hit me up. Just don't forget your mask this time. The deeper we go, the worse it gets, remember? Could be some unreal grist down there. More puzzle shit, loads of skeletons. Pack your guns, dog. Lock. Of course it's an iPhone. Jake, solicit profound wisdom from your friendly guide. Sigh. No. Oh, hey! Hey there, buddy, I nearly forgot you were bobbing about over there with my emotional dilemmas. Oh, please, as if that loud, heavy sigh wasn't so obviously directed at getting my take on your shitty, boring boyfriend problems. Was I really so transparent? You're a good man, Mr. Aerosol. A good man with a good heart. I'm lucky to have you as a friend. No, you bloody imbecile. I'm not a good man. I don't have a good heart, and I'm not your fucking friend. I think you may be the dumbest living being I've ever encountered. I don't even know why I bothered floating down this little grassy gulch to flip you the daily bird. I must be out of my already tortured pan to bother with any of you over emotional fuckbags. I suppose it's true. You can be a bit of a surly customer. I don't hold it against you, though. You've always been a wonderful source of amusement and companionship in this desolate place. Wow, it's cool. It's a cool I amuse you. That really gives meaning to my joke of an existence. I mean, wow, thanks. Sure thing. I'm just not sure who else to talk to about my issues with Dirk. Okay, why don't you give this person a whirl? Not me. I'm so conflicted. I've enjoyed our time together and all the adventures we've had over the last few months. But as a paramour, he's been overbearing to say the least. I don't know if I have the gumption to withstand another round of needy overtures. What do you think, Sir Sprite? Should I put the old kibosh on the affair? I hate how you say everything. How can he stand you? Although, frankly, that prospect alone sounds arduous. I wouldn't even know what to say to the poor fella. You're my mystical guide on this adventure. What perchance might you advise? Alright, you want some Red Rom counsel? Well, here you go. I am of the mindset that when you have a rock-solid piece of ass tied to the dock, you don't bloody well tug the knot loose and shove the fucker off with the heel of your boot. But then another part of me just wonders what the fuck I just said there? Like, that was just such a weird sociopathic thought I had. I honestly had no idea how bad I could possibly feel about myself until I became myself, if that makes any sense. Your bro has feelings to consider. He's not some slice of grub steak. Why are you consulting with me? I'm a disaster. No, I'm a disaster that shit its emotional pants with thick liquid catastrophe. So don't even come near me. Oh, Mr. Aerosol, you're in rare form today. Fuck you, Jake. I'm not funny. I have no actual clue why you think I'm funny, so piss off. That was a shitty laugh. I'm sorry. I should have exploded myself the moment he spawned me. Every day I'm wondering why I haven't blown myself up yet. One time, I think I almost did. Then I just thought, I think the truth is deep down, I must love suffering. Just like you and what's-his-face in your train wreck of a matesprit ship. Stop, my sides! Oh, your act is too rich. Thanks, buddy. This has cheered me up at least a little. Shut up. Oh, you know what else is flippin' bullshit? This hoax that you're implying there's no one else to talk to about this. Talk to a member of your own fucking species for a change. What about Crocker? Try ruining her day with your wishy-washy rubbish. You're right, I really should catch up with Janie. It's been a while since we spoke. It just seemed like more and more I'm the one to get in touch with her. I do hope she hasn't tired too badly of listening to my problems. The last thing I want is to give the impression that everything revolves around my various romantic hurdles. Revolves around. It's a bit late for that, Jake. Your flesh quadrant, is a black hole, and we're all being dragged screaming through it. Its event horizon. Just talk to Jane and never fucking look at me again for the rest of your life. I'm leaving. Yeah, here's one for the road. Ah, there she blows. Your favorite finger of all. You sure do love showing that one to people. It's actually become a vaguely comforting gesture. You know what you've done, Jake? You've totally ruined the act of flipping people off. It was the one joy I had left. I hope you're happy. Boy, howdy! This is the part of the comic that's extremely awkward because it's teenage romance bullshit. And then it gets even more awkward because it becomes trickster teenage romance bullshit. But it's going to be a little bit before we get to that point. Oh no. Oh no. Pester Jane. On her birthday. With her friends. Greetings! Oh, hello, Jake. I'm not interrupting anything, am I? Not really. Roxy and I are just setting up a few things here. Ah, I see. I would be happy to message you again later if it would spare you any inconvenience. No, it's fine. It's really nice to hear from you, actually. I was starting to worry you might have forgotten. Forgotten? Oh, no. Forgotten what now? Deepest sigh. Never mind. Wait, don't tell me. Is it a tomb or crypt or some such? Are you preparing for another grit-seeking expedition? Oh, shit. Did you schedule my assistance for the raid and I forgot all about it? No, Jake. We didn't need your help raiding a tomb, but thanks for thinking of us. I don't know what this clueless pair of damsels would do without you. Blast. Well, what in the name of Willie Howard Taft's great tub-choking bottom could I be forgetting then? This is gonna drive me crazy. Can you give me a hint? Yes, it has to do with the day I was born, which was almost exactly 16 years ago. Of course, your birthday! Didn't you get Roxy's invitation? It was my understanding that she gave you and Dirk notice weeks ago. Yes, that's right, now I remember. The date sure snuck up on us quick, didn't it? Sorry, you know how things can slip my mind. The gourd on my shoulders isn't the steel trap it used to be. Nothing like the well-oiled puzzle buster you've got up there. Well, damn! Looks like the egg monster took quite the spirited jump on my face this time. Jake, What? I feel so dumb, I'll be right over. Well, if you recall, the party's actually tomorrow. Like I said, we're just setting a few things up. Roxy's putting up some decorations, I baked a cake. You were of course free to join us early too. I just thought since I hadn't heard from you in quite some time, you had better things to do. You baked a cake for your own party? Yes, so? I don't know, something seems amiss about that. Isn't that against tradition or inviting bad luck or something? But I guess it makes sense since you love baking cakes. It's like a present you give yourself. Jake, what was it you actually wanted? Oh, I just wanted to get your advice on some stuff, but since I've been a heel and forgotten about your party, maybe I shouldn't bother you with that. So 16 big ones, huh? The old Sweet 16, last one of us to notch the vaunted 1/6er. It's a big step. I knew you'd make it. I always said I believed in you, didn't I? Just kidding, the inexorable nature of time's passage virtually assured you would get that old, so you didn't really have anything to do with it. I mean, not that I don't still believe in you, I do. ... I can't believe it's already been... How long? What, like a year since we entered? Holy moly, where does the time go? It's been more like 5 months. Oh, well, that's still a pretty long time. I have to admit it's been a longer stint than I expected, certainly one involving more downtime than I would have guessed. I really thought we would have been treated to more action, what being legendary players of a mysterious cosmic game, but no, it seems like the primary duty of the so-called nobles is to wait around twiddling our thumbs. I am really beginning to wonder when these fabled heroes will arrive. And are they really going to be those we have been led to believe? I sure hope so. I'd so love to meet my pen pal, dear old departed grandma. But as a feisty youngster, what a hoot that'll be. And you with your pop, let's not forget about him, not to mention the young Strider and Lalonde relatives. I bet they're a barrel of laughs. I met them once, but I was too shy to say anything, then I got in a fight. Did I ever mention that, Jane? Yes, many times. Not to say it's all been downtime and doldrums. Exploring has been great, finding treasures, solving riddles, becoming better friends. I wouldn't trade that for anything. Maybe we are getting close to something big happening regardless. Every day it seems like more and more undead creatures crawl out from the shadows, bigger ones and stronger ones. Does their presence herald something worse coming, just as the legends indicate our presence heralds something better? I just wish we could actually kill the fucking things. Even the little ones can absorb so much damage before yielding any spoils. Remember, Jane? Remember at the start how we kept trying to kill them? We would all gang up on, like, an imp skeleton for an hour, just clobbering it repeatedly, knocking its bones down, waiting for it to reassemble and keep coming at us, only to finally be rewarded with a shitty pittance of grist. But I guess the silver lining was it forced us to explore ruins more often and scavenge for loot there, so I think we've learned a lot more this way. But it sure makes resources hard to come by, having to get them exclusively from chests and whatnot. Sometimes I wonder if we've been missing out on a really rewarding part of the game by neglecting to build up our houses? Makes you wonder, but it just costs so much. Better to stick with making more practical stuff, don't you think? Sometimes I wonder if the heroes had the same problems in their game. Do you think they'd found an easier way to kill skeletons? Were they just as shameless as us when it came to splurging our precious grist on swanky new duds? Did the same enigmatic bard haunt their game? And if so, what hilarious dead trolls did he throw into the flashy blobs? Mr. Aerosol tells me he knows many things about the heroes because he saw them in action when he was alive, but he won't tell me a thing about them. These troll sprites sure do love keeping their secrets, don't they? That's nice, Jake. I'm kind of busy, though. What did you actually want to talk to me about? Actually, why don't we just talk more about it tomorrow? Okay, we can talk about that if you insist. Really, Jane, you sure know how to twist a fella's arm. I just wanted to get your take on what you might call my own personal ultimate riddle. It involves Dirk. You don't say. How long is this? This is easily the most awkward part of the entire comic, so I'll do what I can. It's true, I haven't seen him in a couple of days. I've been busy laying low for a while, but I just received another series of pushy inquiries from him. Maybe I shouldn't be too hard on the guy since he's probably just concerned, not having heard from me and all, but I still couldn't help but detect a tone of desperation, like he could sense I may be having doubts? This kind of thing has been all too common, unfortunately. I'm not sure it's going to work anymore. He can be so needy. If only he'd just relax and trust that I won't spontaneously tire of his company, although the irony, I guess, is that his overbearing tendencies are beginning to fulfill his own paranoid prophecy. It's such a shame. We've had so many capital adventures together. I don't know why he has to be like this. He always was an intense fellow, but in person, holy cow. I wonder if it has to do with the fact that he grew up alone in the middle of the ocean, and now he doesn't know how to deal with people without suffocating them? But then again, I grew up under similar circumstances, and I think I turned out pretty much okay socially, at least I hope so. Do you think so, Jane? Actually, it just occurred to me, it's funny he didn't mention your party in his text. I'm sure he wouldn't have forgotten. He never forgets anything, what with all his calculations in his computerized brain. Both figurative and literal. I wonder what his game was. He invited me on an expedition without mention of your party as a potential conflict. If he sensed I could use some space, perhaps he was concerned that if we both showed up to the party, it would be awkward? Or maybe he didn't want to mention he was going to the party in case it would spook me away from attending. Do you see, Jane? This is what his endless machinations do to you. Anything he says could be a part of a grand, convoluted scheme, and it just makes you agonize and boggle and wonder till your brain hurts. You just know it's a battle you can't win. You know what I mean, Jane? Do you think I should just bite the bullet and end it? It's probably the right thing to do. Boy, I'm not looking forward to that conversation, though. It's going to be a doozy. What did I get myself into here? I think I've made a lot of mistakes, honestly. Not the least of which was getting this shitty tattoo, now that I think about it. Yes, I know we all thought it was a riot at first. I guess it still is, maybe? But lately I've been wondering if it might not have been an act of sound judgment. Can you believe that, Jane? I don't know, it's a real pickle I'm in here, but I do feel better just being able to get it off my chest. You are such a good friend, Jane. Always ready to listen to my relationship woes. What a trooper. It never ceases to amaze me how excellent you are at this friendship business. Where would we all be without you? In a way, you really have been the glue holding us all together on our adventure. Gosh, you're a stand-up gal. Which actually reminds me of another thing that's been bugging me about Dirk. He can often be almost hilariously self-absorbed. Don't even get me started on when he starts going off on these long monologues about his philosophical gobbledygook. I'm not sure he actually has much of a filter when it comes to what others regard as interesting points of conversation. Not to rag on the guy too hard, but I guess at times I would just like to see a little more self-awareness from him is all. Jake? Did I tell you what happened on our last expedition together? Jake. I can't remember if I mentioned. Oh man, I'm thinking back on what happened. It's even more ridiculous in retrospect. Where do I begin? Jake! What? Shut up! Huh? Shut up! Did I say something wrong? Jake, please stop talking. Jake, I said shut up! What? Just shut the fuck up! Ay caramba, what in tarnation is the matter, Jane? What's the matter? What's the matter? I am sick and fucking tired to death of your insufferable blithering bullshit. Whoa there, you seem really worked up. Maybe you should just calm down and talk to this like sensible adults? Also, you're going kind of heavy on the caps there, aren't you? Sort of makes it seem like you're shouting, just saying, I am shouting! There are literal shouts of anger coming out of my actual mouth, and they are directed at you. Yikes, well, okay then, can you tell me why you're so upset with me? Is it because I forgot your birthday party? Because I do feel awful about that. Oh my god, why are you so clueless? I can't stand it. Really, I feel like such a tool about forgetting. You know how I am. I forget stuff. I mean, shucks Buster, if I knew how to make it up to you, I would. If it ameliorates matters any, I am pretty much the shucksiest Buster of contrition I can imagine. It's not about my birthday! The fact that you forgot certainly doesn't help, but that's not it. See, you just don't get it. Oh, and could you please stop saying Shucks Buster? Shucks Buster was my thing and you stole it. I thought Shucks Buster was sort of our thing. No, it was my thing, but I allowed it to be our thing, back when you used to give a shit, but now it's just mine, and you can't have it anymore. Okay, I suppose I could just go with Shoot Buddy or Fudge Jr.? Or maybe forego an anomalous catchphrase altogether. But I clearly stepped in it big time with you, and I'd really like to know what I did. Jake, let me ask you, do you even remember the last time we talked? Wasn't it a few days ago? No, try a few weeks ago. And even then, you messaged me just to talk about some stupid shit that happened with Dirk. A tedious gesture which you then saw fit to reprise on my birthday of all days, whilst considerately forgetting about it. And even when I reminded you about it, you still barged ahead with your self-indulgent relationship claptrap anyway. I didn't realize it was so long ago. Sorry about that. Again, all I can say is where does time go? I guess I have trouble keeping up with everything I'm supposed to, which it would seem includes personal relationships as much as calendars. I'm not much of a leader of people, not like you are, Jane. I think when it comes to adventuring, maybe I'm more of a solo act? Which, now that I think about it, might be contributing to my problems with Dirk. Maybe that's part of the reason why I needed some space. Oh, bother! There I go again blustering about my problems. I guess I see what you mean, but really, if you wanted to talk sooner, then why didn't you get in touch with me? It feels as though I'm the one always to say hello to you lately. Yeah, that's because every single time we chat, you do nothing but talk about yourself. You never ask about me, how I'm feeling, or what I've been up to. You just launch into your romantic problems, and I just listen like an accommodating fool as always. So I just stopped bothering. Why should I subject myself to that repeatedly? You might actually be the most thoughtless, self-centered person I've ever met. I can't believe I used to feel... Huh? Used to feel what? Jake, has it ever occurred to you how it must feel for someone to listen to her friend go on and on about his boyfriend problems when all along she just couldn't say because she blew it, it was too late to... I don't even know why I'm bothering to explain this to you, never mind. Now hold the phone. Jane, I think I may finally understand what's been going on here. In retrospect, I can't believe I've been this blind. You're right, I really can be deplorably thick sometimes. Looking back, I can see how many of our conversations must have been torment for you. Really, you should have told me how you felt sooner. Yeah, I know. If you told me you had the hots for Dirk, I would have backed off without another word. What are friends for? Gah! Wait, did I say something dumb again? Consarn it. I think maybe something is getting lost in translation over our respective chat clients. Maybe we should wait until tomorrow and just clear the air face-to-face at your party? No! You aren't coming to my party! Oh, come on, JB, a sport. You aren't coming to my party because there isn't going to be a party! Go raid some tombs with your boyfriend, go make out with him, or break up with him, or whatever it is your fickle, selfish heart desires. I'm at the end of my rope with you. I'm fed up with your stupid movies, and your stupid adventures, and your stupid old-timey charms, and your stupid dashing good looks. Who needs any of it? I say, Jane, before you do anything rash, oh, will you please just... Shut the fuck up, Buster! Jane? Yo, Janie, you okay there? I will be peachy fucking keen once I stomp this novelty mustache headset to oblivion, and not a moment sooner. Janie, this ain't a reasonable thing you said. That ain't a reasonable thing. Au contraire, I believe you'll find that once this piece of shit has been reduced to subatomic particles, we will all come out smelling like fucking roses! Jane, stop it! You're upsetting Fafetta! Just think of Fafetta as all I'm asking. Poor Fafetta. Frowns of some kind. Dude escapes by umbrella. Oh, poor Fafetta, my sweet Patootie. You know, you and I both know Fafetta has had to deal with garbage from jerk-off boys before, so don't give me this poor Fafetta crap. Oh, well, yeah, my girl Fafetta knows what's up. She's been around the D-bag block a time or two. Am I right, Fafetta? Some sort of smiley face. Shit, yes, give me a paw bump. Bump. Jane, you want in on this action? Come on, give us a fistful of sugar. Complete the three-way for max girl power and solidarity against dumb dudes. Janie, geez, don't leave us hanging here. Fine. Jane, that was the piss-poorest paw bump I've ever seen. That was like a negative bump. We were going to have a long bump. I'll have to bump long and hard into the night to dig us out of this fucking bump hole you dug us into. With that tragic bump. That bump was like Shakespearean. Makes me want to weep softly and leave a bouquet somewhere. Someone plays a sad trumpet in the distance. Look, Fafetta just sniffled a little at how sad that bump was. Shh. Okay, God, we're just trying to cheer you up. Take your mind over whatever the hell that was. You weren't serious about calling off the party, were you? Here, let me just get the chess guys to help put the table back on the roof and maybe salvage the cake out of that sand dune over there. And nope, the chess guy just finished eating it. Let's just bake another cake. No, I was serious. I'm not in the mood for a party anymore. So it sounds like you got jaked. Why, yes, that is the face of a girl who just got Englished with extreme prejudice. He was a blockhead and forgot your birthday, didn't he? I'm sorry, Jaden. Yeah, me too. Can we maybe not rehash the whole terrible conversation, though? Yeah, we don't have to. Just maybe try not to hold whatever dumb shit he said against him forever. That's just how the guy is. It's like, he doesn't mean to be a douche, but he's just kind of a byproduct of the whole ridiculous Jake English experience. Like his tongue-cat shenanigans leave behind a residue that looks like douche and tastes like douche, but it ain't the real thing. Like douche substitute. I can't believe it's not douche. I'm just trying not to say not terrible things about him in hopes you don't start hating each other, but I guess this isn't what you want to hear now. So, yeah, I guess Jake's dumping Dirk soon. Like the writing wasn't so on the wall with those two from day one. Poor Dirk. I wanted to say something to prepare him for that, but never had the heart to bring it up, I guess. What can you do? Hey, but the silver lining is, I mean, if you can forgive him for shitting on your birthday and stuff, maybe this is finally a chance to make a play for the J-Man, eh? Roxy, please, as if that isn't the furthest thing from my mind right now. I'm so done with that whole train of thought. So you really think you're just completely over him? Yes, sirree! If Jake's the rainbow, then just call me a little house from Kansas. Whee! Wait, really? As in, like, you don't give a shit if he dates anybody, or, I see. Interesting. Weird face from Fafetta Sprite. Wait, what? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Nothing, it was a joke. Was it really? Okay, maybe not a total joke, but still mostly a joke. I'm only trying to, I don't know. Roxy, I get you're trying to make me feel better, but a lot of things you're saying here aren't really helpful. Do you even realize what you're saying half the time? I think I liked you better when you were drinking. Jane, no, don't say that. I had a problem. Okay, yeah, I was way out of line there, and I'm sorry. That stupid conversation with Jake just pushed me over some kind of edge, and I'm feeling really, really distraught. This game is so much more depressing than I thought it would be. Everything is dead and empty and full of graves, and all we're supposed to do is just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. But for how much longer? And I still don't know where my dad is, and you still haven't been able to reach Calliope, and what if they're both... And now on top of all that, I may have permanently destroyed my friendship with Jake, and now... I just want to be alone. Jane, wait! I have to go! Where are you going? Jane abscond. That was a lot of things that just happened for that abscond. Home! Okay, that's probably a good stopping point. Because even though I'm pretty sure I was doing a really shit Jane voice, I still teared up a little while reading it, and I think that's probably a good stopping point. So, this has been Anashi Sasuke. This was episode 108 of Let's Read Homestuck, and then in the next episode, we'll see where Jane ended up and if Jake, I don't know, hates himself. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later!